Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and greetings, AliShanMao here. Today in this video we are going to take a look and review the newest SkyRC Immersion Go HD FPV video goggles that have built-in diversity 5.8 GHz video receiver and of course the HDMI in port. Alright, first off let me quickly show you what comes inside the box. So inside the box the first thing is a user manual that will show you everything about these video goggles and how to use them, and after that I'll just show you how it's packed inside, and then of course we'll take a look at the components straight away. So this is how it packs inside the box, and yes, the size is big. So very quickly, yes, inside the box you have the Immersion Go SkyRC HD FPV video goggles. They are big, but they are extremely lightweight. They don't put any kind of load on your head, on your forehead, or make your head hang. So they are very lightweight and very sturdy build, very nice build on that. After that you have a cable with an XT30 and XT60 connector for you to power the video goggles using 2S to 4S battery. I believe it can power using those volts. You have got two antennas, the rubber duck and a clover leaf. Okay, you have an AV cable, and check this out. Why did they give you an armband kind of bag that you can actually tie on your arm? It's because you can power these video goggles using a bigger battery for a longer period of time, and you need to put that battery somewhere. So you can put the battery in this little bag and then strap it on your arm anywhere, so you will have your battery conveniently in there and the cable running from behind powering these video goggles. Alright, so first off let me show you how big it looks on my face. I have a small head, of course. On bigger head it will match the size. But again, let me make a nice angle here. So if I put the goggles on, well, this is how big these goggles are on my face. And now I'm turning towards the camera, looking like a robot actually. Alright, while this is on my face, I would like to talk about the comfort. The goggles are very comfortable on my face, especially on my eyes. The opening for the eyes is a bit smaller compared to the bigger size of the LCD screen is inside here. And the foam on the edges is very comfortable. And as I mentioned, the goggles are actually very lightweight. So they basically sit really nice and comfortable on my face. Now there is no light flowing inside except that from under here, my nose. But there's a lot of gap right here for the nose, and it's hard plastic. I'm really glad it's not touching my nose, otherwise it will hurt. But hey, you should add some kind of foam here as well. But anyway, because my nose is not that long to fit all that, the provided space, so there is a big gap that makes my nose go in, and when I breathe it puts vapors, it creates fog inside, and of course it also let the light flow in. But it's still not that much. I can adjust the goggles still to make it completely dark inside. Now the fog inside the goggle, well, I'm not worried about that either, because these video goggles are running a built-in fan that you can choose to turn on and off if you like, but I keep it on all the time. It helps to remove all that fog from inside because it creates a nice ventilated airflow inside the video goggles and keep the video goggles fog free inside. So make sure you keep that fan running using the menus and keep it on all the time. Alright, taking a closer look at the goggles now. These goggles are basically running a 7-inch 024x600 resolution LCD screen inside with a 65-degree of field of view inside this viewing area. It has a Fresnel lens inside that makes the view even more clear and of course enlarges it as well. Now for the buttons, all the control buttons you will find on the top. You have two SMA antenna ports as well, so you can basically use two different types of antennas. I'm planning to use a clover leaf and a patch antenna, directional antenna, to see how far I can go using this built-in video receiver and its sensitivity. Alright, now for the buttons, you have a volume buttons right here, so you can increase the volume or decrease the volume. You have a built-in speaker inside this, or you can use your headphones. I'm going to show you the headphone port as well. And you have up and down selecting buttons, and then you have a source selection and the menu button, which will bring you to menu. And using all these up and down and source buttons and plus minus volume buttons, you can basically select and tweak various options of these goggles. I'm going to show you those options very soon. At the top right of the goggle, you have a on, off and band button and scan and channel button. So if you want to change the channels and bands, you can just click these buttons to quickly change the channels and bands. But the best feature of this goggle is the scan button. That means you can press and hold this button, the channel button, and goggles will automatically scan all the frequency and lock onto the strongest signal, so you don't have to search by clicking everything over and over again. It will automatically scan and lock onto the signals for you. Then on top of the goggles, behind here, you will see an HDMI in port. You have audio jack. This means you can connect your headphones, and if you're watching movies, definitely you will need headphones. And of course, then you have the AV in, so you can provide AV in using the AV selector cable. Those old style AV in type things that you can easily use to provide video in to this video goggles. Then you have an XT30 connector here to supply power for the video goggles using the supplied cable, and of course using your own batteries. They don't supply you batteries for that. Now for the headphone jack here, well, if you use a headphone, you do have options inside these goggles to select and turn on the surround sound, which is a virtual surround sound system, so you can watch movies and enjoy the sound as well. On the bottom of the goggles, you can see two vents, and of course on top here, right here, there's a vent as well, which has a built-in fan inside. And as I mentioned, you might want to keep the fan running all the time in order to prevent the fog from building up inside the video goggles. Alright, it's time to turn the goggles on. So first let me press the on off button on SkyRC. There you go. You just saw that quick glimpse of their logo. Here goes the Eachine VRD2 Pro. Alright, both are on. Now that my FPV VOOP is on and transmitting video, I'm gonna press the scan button and hold it, and the goggles are scanning, and we will scan on these goggles as well. Okay, found it, and VRD2 Pro, come on, you can do it. There you go. Alright, now with my bare eyes from this far, I can see a huge difference in the video quality or the image quality inside these both goggles. Let me see if I can focus them properly. I believe with this angle you can see very clearly that the image is much more clear right here because of the LCD resolution on these video goggles, while image there is a little bit like soft and blurry on VRD2 Pro. Here is a crystal clear, sharp image. Move the VOOP around so you can see what I'm talking about in my messy room. Outdoor view, beautiful sunshine. I can't wait to go out and fly something. I have to get out of this room. My printer is printing, and you're looking at this comparison. Okay, I'm trying my best to reduce the glare and reflection here. So this is the first menu that you can see. You have screen mode, color temperature, aspect ratio, noise reduction, and game mode. Then you can move to the second menu where you can set the bass, treble, and other modes as well. You have balance for your sound, you have auto volume, and you have surround sound, activation on and off. That is a virtual surround sound, of course, not the real one. and then you have an equalizer, so you can actually set the equalizer according to your own taste and listen to music or watch music videos. Okay, then you have OSD language, fan control, blending, OSD duration, and software update. Another thing, if you look on top there, you can see a little OSD that shows the receiver, battery life, frequency that you're on, and of course A and B receiver signal strength, because it's a diversity receiver, so you can see both of the signal strengths right there. Alright, this is it for the SkyRC Immersion Go HD FPV video goggles indoor review. Next step for me, of course, to bring these video goggles out and start using them and see in real life FPV situations how are they going to perform and how well they are going to perform, how good is the image clarity still, and if they are going to be my next best friend's FPV video goggles for my FPV flights or not. Definitely for DVR videos, I will still use my Ishin VR-D2 Pro because, as I said, it has the best DVR ever. I wish this had a 720p DVR recording. This will be the best FPV goggles out there.